What's up, YouTube? Cliff Hamilton here with Hamilton Transportation. Welcome to the channel. Today we are hauling this Casagrande drill rig down to Charlotte, North Carolina. While it may not look that big, this thing actually weighs like 64,000 pounds. Hey guys. So we're moving the truck first time after the snow. We're gonna see if it climbs out of here. They plowed a little snow in front of the truck when they plowed the lot. Oh yeah, right out. We got a big snowstorm over the weekend on Sunday. It finished up early Monday morning. We got probably, I don't know, it's hard to tell over here because a lot of this was plowed Sunday night, and then we got a little bit more snow. But I think we got about a foot, maybe a little bit more than that in some places. We were scheduled to pick up a drill rig up in Nazareth, PA, up by Allentown. I was supposed to pick it up yesterday, but because of all the snow, I came over like 7:30 yesterday morning and got the truck dug out with my trusty snow shovel and was ready to go. But the place where we're picking up in Nazareth, they were not ready to go. They didn't even work yesterday, and then they came in this morning to get the lot opened up. So I was all set to be there around noon today, and then we talked to them and they said don't bother coming in at noon because we're not gonna have the lot open by then. So it is now 11:45. They asked me to be there at around 2, so I still have to go get some fuel, but it's about 2 hours up to Allentown. So by the time I get fuel and head up there, it's gonna be around 2 o'clock. Might be a little bit before that. So in that, we're picking up a Casablanca, not a Casablanca.
He's looking at you, kid.
Casagrande drill rig, and taking it down to a job site in Charlotte. So hopefully it will be no problem getting this thing loaded up. This is heavy. They have it listed at 61,000 pounds, but it is not wide or long or anything. So it's all legal dims except for the weight. So hopefully we will have no problem. Because of that, we're going to be able to run 24/7, so we won't have to stop at sundown. So I can run pretty much as long as I want tonight. I don't know how long I'll want to. We'll get pretty far south, probably run till 7 or 8 o'clock tonight. So a good 4 or 5 hours of running in. A little bit of snow I didn't get off the truck is coming off now. It had a night to refreeze. It's currently at noon, it's like 16 degrees, so it did not warm up much, that's for sure. Alright, so as you can see, snow's piled up everywhere, but I am going to go get some fuel, and then I will check in with you guys when we get up there to load in Allentown, or Nazareth, I guess it is. Hey guys. Just got here to International Drilling Equipment. This is where we're picking up this drill rig, Nazareth, PA. So this is what we're getting. They told me the thing was 61,000 pounds. but it is nowhere near that. You guys all right with me recording? Yeah. Okay, cool.
YouTube channel?
Yep, YouTube. Hit a snowbank on the way in. What do you think the weight is on this?
On this?
Yeah.
61,000.
Yeah, but where at? Like, do you think it's heavier on this end?
So really,
About center, do you think?
The counterweight and the actual drill head.
It's probably the heaviest.
Kind of contradict each other.
Okay.
So it's kind of one of those things. If I put on the trailer, you can look back up.
Yeah.
Get your bags right, whatever.
I usually run these with, you know, the mast facing the back. So.
Is that how you want it?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna matter.
You tell me, because we normally back them up on the trailer.
You usually back them on? We'll do that and we'll see where it's at. Yeah. Come up, the body of it, can you tilt that? I think it's going to hit the ramps with the, I can get some blocks and put under it. Just a little bit, I think will do it. But I think it'll clear. It's sliding the trailer. There we go. for this, man. I say every year, if I had money in the bank, I would not be working. I'd be staying home when it's this cold. Oh. But then every year I'm working, so.
It's got that battery?
Give us a minute, folks. There's technical problems. Give us a minute, folks. There's technical problems. Centered on there? Yeah, he's getting it. Pretty even side to side.
Huh?
It looks pretty even side to side.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing. Is yours. I mean, I'm a little close on this side. But
Yeah, as long as it's inside the trailer, I think it'll be all right. Now, yeah, and then we'll see where the weight is.
Yeah, let's see where the weight is.
All right.
And take it from there.
That works. We got this thing loaded. Now we got to chain this down. So I got to figure out where to put chains on this thing. So I'm probably going to do same thing I do on an excavator up front here. I'll run a chain. Gosh, do they want those? It seems like these should be down. But I guess if they run them up, they run them up. Okay, so I'll probably go from the outside in, and do cross them on the tracks here in the front. And then in the back, I think there's a tie down that I can go to. And usually there's one on the front up here too, but I don't see one. Okay. You guys usually put these down or you just leave them up?
No, he put them down.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go tell him?
Yeah, I'll start chaining the back.
Okay.
All right, yeah, he's gonna go get the guy to come out and put those down, and I'll start chaining back here. All right, guys, we got this drill rig loaded up and chained down. So this one was a little funky chaining. So I just kind of crisscrossed on the tracks in the front, and then I had to use a strap to hold this big, I don't know if that's a vacuum hose or water hose or what, but I got that held back. And then on the back here, I did one chain to the tracks, and then I crossed a couple chains underneath to some tie down points on the drill rig. So you can see we're not wide, we're not high, we're just heavy. So there she is, all loaded up. Pay no attention to all the snow packed into my trailer. I hit a snowbank coming around the corner earlier. So that's what all that is. It'll melt, it'll be fine. So yeah, there she is, all loaded up. So there's a little confusion about the permit. Apparently Pennsylvania did not give us 24/7, so, which is okay. I was just going home tonight anyway, and then we'll run south tomorrow. So I'm gonna jump in the truck, get out of the cold, and get some miles done on this, getting back towards the house. All right, guys, we are about to hit the road here. Oh, it is very cold. It's 19 degrees. So doing all that work, getting it all chained down, that was a lot. But we were about ready to go. So like I was saying, Pennsylvania didn't want to give us, this thing's pushing my steers. Pretty icy in this lot, and I have my lockers in so it doesn't want to turn. So yeah, Pennsylvania, I guess, didn't want to give us 24/7 for some reason, which, if you're not wide, you're not high or anything, just heavy, I thought that was a given, that we would get 24/7 movement. So if that's the case, we're going to be real close getting home. See, now we're going to have more snow packed into the trailer. We got both sides packed full. fitting sticking out on the side here. I don't know if it's over the side or not, but we're not gonna worry about it. That little guy, I wouldn't worry about that little guy. As you can see, the roads have been cleared, but it's still quite a bit of snow up here. So 61,000 should put us right about 107,000 gross. I think we permitted Pennsylvania at 108,000 gross. I am going to scale this one. I don't know if I'll do it today because we're going to be real close to sundown, if not a little past, getting back to the house. So Jen is currently fighting with APRIS, which is Pennsylvania's permitting system. She's trying to get somebody on the phone to explain why we didn't get 24/7 travel with this piece. It doesn't make any sense. If we're not wide or high, then we should have 24/7. We've got anything under 10 feet wide and under, I think, 120,000 pounds, you should have 24/7. That's the way it's worked in the past. So I don't know what has changed now. But we're going to try to get it figured out so we can... Because the plan was to get up early in the morning and get out of the lot, you know, at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. And then we can get down to Charlotte in plenty of time to get it delivered. And then we have an appointment at Kernersville to pick up an excavator at 7:30. On Thursday morning. So if we don't get this delivered tomorrow, it's going to put throw a wrench in the works for picking that Kernersville load up, and that's no good. Boy, the sun's bright. Now we got to make our sharp left turn here with very little room to maneuver. We'll just creep through this one. Gentleman was nice enough to let us go through. Jen just sent me a text and said the guy is talking to his superior because it certainly appears as if you should have 24/7 travel. Well, Pennsylvania's been really screwing things up here lately. About a week ago, I was at the port picking up a big Volvo excavator. It was like 63,000 pounds. And they decided they were closing at noon for maintenance, and then they were closed from noon on Friday until Tuesday morning. So we actually ended up running that load without a permit in Pennsylvania back to the house because we had to get off the port, and I'm not letting a $300,000 excavator sit at a truck stop over the weekend. That's just silly. So we just took it home. And we made it, no problem. But yeah, they didn't send an email out. They didn't let anybody know that they were closing at noon, or we would have pulled our permit earlier. It was just, hey, surprise, office is closed. All right, so we are on 119? 512. We're gonna run this down to 22 West, jump on 22 West and take that back over to 78, and then we will run 78 across to 81 and back down to the house tonight. And then tomorrow if you guys have been on the channel before, you know that's a pretty regular route that I run. It's down 81 down to North Carolina. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. That trailer ahead of us has got like, I don't know, 1.5 feet of snow sitting on top of the roof. I think we'll just stay back a little bit. Gotcha. Oh well. Back to 22 now, so. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back on 22 on the highway. Of course, it's rush hour, so now we'll sit in traffic through Allentown. But hopefully this doesn't take too long and I can get scooting across 78 and back to Carlisle. So Jen called the permit office, and of course the guy, she asked him, you know, why were we not given 24/7 travel on this? He said, oh, it does look like you should have been, but apparently the system didn't give it to you. She said, okay, well, why? Well, I don't know, and my supervisor's gone for the day. So he said, but I would suggest following the permit they were given, so don't move before, you know, in between sunset and sunrise. Well, we are definitely not doing that. So this is supposed to have 24/7 travel according to Pennsylvania regulations. So we're going to run it as if we had 24/7 travel on our permit. And if we get a ticket for it, I figure we can go to court and contest it. All right. So I'm going to keep running. I will talk to you guys later. Well, I was going to stop here at the Sheets, just on the west side of Allentown here, and run this across the scale, but I guess their scale is not open. So we shall have to try again somewhere else. Wish this guy would get out of the way. So that was the wrong move. I know there's a Love's over Bethel, I think. They have a cat scale. So this one wasn't even a cat scale. And then it looks like they didn't even plow the thing. So there was no way to get onto it. Cat scale will be better anyway, because then I can use the app on my phone and make it easy. We did order some air scales from Blue Ink Bit Air Scales. So we should be getting them pretty soon, and then I won't have to use scales anymore, you know, after I get it calibrated. I was looking at them, they're tiny little things. They just go on with a T in your airlines, and then you have to scale your truck empty, and then scale your truck heavy, you know, with the load on it. And then they give you all your axle weights, even your steer axle. I guess they have a, you know, the computer program estimates your steer axle weight as well. So I am looking forward to that, and I know Jen is looking forward to it. Get those on the truck, and then we won't have to do this little dance anymore. All right. hit that scale over at the Loves. I want to do it tonight because I plan on leaving out pretty early in the morning. And I want to give Jen a chance to pull permits in the morning. All right, we're going to try this again. See if we can hit the cat scale here at the Loves. It says Charlottesville, not Bethel. Pretty close though. Ooh, rough road. I think my truck's doing a regen. That's why the idle is high. Is there a line of trucks to get in here? Oh my gosh. This guy's gonna hit my damn truck. Yeah, you pull into these places and then you get in here and you're stuck. If I'd have known it was this busy, I would have just kept rolling. But what can you do? I don't know if there's somebody trying to park, because it doesn't look that busy over at the fuel island. There's people moving over there. So it appears to be somebody trying to park. And I don't think they really know what they're doing. And it's a pretty tight fit as well. So a couple trucks just came out past me. Yeah, there's a guy, he's up there. I don't know if you can see him. He's up there trying to back into a spot. It's just holding everybody up. There's trucks sitting out on the road waiting to turn in here. Whole line of traffic. Just my luck to get stuck in the middle of it. All right, now we should be able to get back to the scale. Man. What a nightmare. So now, of course, we've got to wait for another truck to get on the scale. Now we'll see where we're at. All right, 14,200 steer, 43,160 drive, 52,440 for a gross of 109,800. So that means that this thing is more like 64,000 pounds. Whew. So we are good though. Virginia gives you 44,000 on your drives and 55 on your Tridem. So I'll have to call Jen and let her know that we got our weights. Well, it's close, and that's the most I've ever had on my steer axle. So that's with 43 on my drives. See, I didn't think I would get my steer axle up that high without being maxed out on my drives. Apparently that is not the case. But I do have a 14.3 steer axle, so we are good at that weight. It's just right up there at the limit. Probably should have left it where it was before we moved the thing forward. Now we have to get back out of this truck stop and onto the highway. Get down the road. So I hauled a telehandler what, week and a half ago? Week and a half, I guess. And I think we had a little more weight on the drives with that thing than we did on this. So I was probably a little over on my steer with that. All right, well, I'm gonna get out of here and get Jen these weights, and hopefully I'll get home at some point tonight. Man, everything's taking a lot longer than I like it to. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we made it back here to the lot for the night, where I park here in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Gets dark quick this time of year, so technically I'm not supposed to be running because Pennsylvania didn't want to give me 24/7 travel on my permit. We just ran it home anyway because we should have it, based on this load size. Anything under 130,000 pounds, under 10 feet wide, that is not, I think it's 85 feet long or over 13.6 tall, you should get 24/7 travel. That's the regulation. And for some reason, the permit system didn't give it to us. But in order for us to get down to Charlotte when we said we're going to, I will have to get up in the morning and run before sunrise. So because of that, I am going to get up in the morning and we will leave out before the sun comes up. And I should be able to get this down to Charlotte around probably lunchtime, 12 or 1 o'clock, and get it delivered. And then I can bounce up to Kernersville, get a hotel close to Kernersville, North Carolina, because we're picking up an excavator out of the John Deere plant there at 7:30 in the morning on Thursday. So until the morning, I will see you guys later. Good morning, everybody. Just crossed over into Virginia. It's a little after sunrise, about 7:30. I've been running since about 5:45 this morning. Got up at 5 and headed over to the truck, got everything warmed up, and hit the road. The goal here is to get down to Charlotte. I wanted to be there around lunchtime. It's going to be a little later than that. Right now it's looking like between 1:30 and 2, which should be okay. I don't think anybody will have a problem with that. We have all of our permits. So not a problem there. Now it's just getting down through Virginia and North Carolina and getting this delivered down to Charlotte. Boy, it's cold. We had that big storm and then cold snap right behind it. So it was 9 degrees at the lot this morning when I was warming the truck up, which is brutal. Should start warming up as I head south here. It's supposed to be like 40 down in Charlotte, which is going to feel like summertime compared to 9. It's about 14. According to my truck, it's about 14 degrees now. So haven't hit the warming trend yet as we head south. Hopefully it'll melt some of the snow off of my trailer. This trailer's pretty maneuverable when you have the lift axle up, like when you're running empty. But when you're heavy and you have that third axle down, it's a 53-foot trailer, and the axles go all the way to the back of the trailer. So maneuverability is not great. So as I'm going around some of those corners, coming into the lot was bad, and some of the corners up there near Nazareth that aren't plowed really well, you can't help but get into the snow on the side of it. So the sides of my trailer towards the back are like packed full of snow. I have the little channel where the D-rings are, and it got into a couple snowbanks, so they're just packed full of snow. Hopefully that'll all melt off of the trailer as I get further south and it warms up. I'm picking up a John Deere excavator out of Kernersville tomorrow. It's going to the port of Baltimore, but I'm not going to be able to make it all the way to the port. So I would if everything goes right, I have an appointment at 7:30 in the morning. If it goes well, it's about 400 miles up to the port. If I come up 81, it's like 420. But I wouldn't be able to make it there before they close at 3. So, because I have some extra time, I think I'll stop and get the truck and trailer washed tomorrow as I come up 81. There's a blue beacon at the 205 in Rafine, Virginia, at the big TA truck stop there. So I'll probably stop there tomorrow and get the truck and the trailer washed. All right, well, I'm going to keep rolling here, get some of these miles done. Hopefully we can make some good time today. So this load, I've actually been talking about it in my videos for a couple weeks now. It's actually about 3 weeks in the making. We were supposed to pick this load up, like I said, 3 weeks ago on a Friday morning, and then we were going to run it down here to Charlotte that Sunday and deliver it first thing the following Monday. Then they called us, the broker called us and said, hey, the machine needs some work, some repairs done, so it's not going to be ready. Or no, the first thing was they pushed the project back by a week. So they didn't need it down in Charlotte until a week later. So we said, okay, we'll just keep us on the load. As long as everything's good, we'll just plan our week next week around it, and we'll do it the same way. Pick it up Friday morning, run it down Sunday, and deliver it the following Monday. I said, okay, great. So then we get to about, I think it was Tuesday the following week, and the broker called us again and said, hey, now they're saying it needs some repair work done, so it's not going to happen this Friday. Now they're not sure when it will be ready. So he said, I'm going to take you off the load, but as soon as they say it's ready, you will be my first call, and I'll give it back to you if I can. So he said, okay. So we ran that week, just normal week, didn't plan anything around it. So then he called last week and said, hey, they're wondering if you can pick it up on Friday. Well, we were already under a load. We weren't going to be able to pick it up Friday. So he said, you know what? It's fine. It can be Monday. You just get it on Monday. He said it's ridiculous. They keep screwing me around. So we're just going to tell them Monday. So I said, okay, we'll run it down on Monday. Well, then the snowstorm hit, and nobody was open Monday. They didn't even go into work on Monday, which was 2 days ago, the 26th. So while everybody else was cleaning their lot and everything, they didn't even show up. So then yesterday they came in and cleaned the lot up. So it wasn't until yesterday I showed up at like 2 o'clock to get this thing loaded up. So now we're in the situation we're in now, where it's going to be probably close to 2 o'clock today before I get it down to Charlotte. But, it worked out. We were able to stay busy the whole time before we picked this one up, and this one's a really good paying load, so no complaints. So that's a little backstory behind this load. I'm just glad we could hold on to it, and everybody seems happy with the way we've handled it, so no problems. Alright, so like I said, I'm almost down here to Roanoke. We still have 211 miles to get down to Charlotte, so I'm going to keep plugging away at it, and hopefully it keeps warming up. I think the forecast said it was going to be like 40 today in Charlotte, so I'll check in with you guys in a bit. Guys, got about 4.5 miles to go. We're about to get off of I-485 onto 160 here in North Carolina. We're just west, a little south of Charlotte. The thermometer in my truck is saying 45 degrees. Be pretty nice. I think this should be Westinghouse up here. Said we have to go in gate 2. Hopefully that will be easy to find. So this is the truck entrance. Okay. And then I'm gonna have to call my contact here and let him know that we are here. Hi, Gaston. Hey, this is Cliff Hambleton. I'm out at the gate with that drill rig. I'm actually sitting outside of the gate. I haven't pulled up to the gate yet. Do you want me to go ahead and pull up? Okay, so you want me to just wait outside the gate? Okay. Yep. All right, I'll see you in a couple minutes. Alright, so I just talked to Gaston, who's my contact down here. He said to wait outside the gate, and he will come escort me back to, I guess, where they want this thing. And this is a power plant, it looks like. So I don't know if they'll let me record back here or not. I'll leave the cameras up, but I'll ask. If they say no, I'll have to take them down. So hopefully they'll let me. This is probably my guy coming now. He said 2 minutes. So we'll see how long that actually is. But as long as I get delivered today, I am not complaining. It'd be good to get this one in the books. It's been, 3 weeks in the making. So get this one done and off the trailer. We have a nice easy day tomorrow. Well, I tried to clean the lens on the Insta camera a couple times, but that snowstorm, it's just got salt spray everywhere. Gets dirty again quick. All right, maybe this is our guy coming out. It doesn't look like it. Oh, maybe it is. Follow you in? All right. That is, in fact, our guy. to get creative to get the gate open. You just want me to pull in there and drop it?
On the gravel?
Yep.
To not get muddy.
And then I can just back up and...
Then back up and then...
Okay. Might be easier to pull a little ways down and then I can back onto this road.
Right there? It's okay.
I can pull in here. I just got to have enough room to back in then. I think it'd be better than doing this.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all that mud. All right. All right. They want us to pull straight ahead here into the gravel and drop out there, and then I'm just going to give myself enough room that I can back over to the left to get out. Okay, I think that should do her. All right. I have the remote up in the cab. If you want it, I'll grab it. There's that, and I'll flip the batteries on for you too.
Yeah, where are they at? This is the first time I'm
The
on.
batteries, they're back in that panel. Yeah, I'll show you. Boy, it's nice down here.
Yeah.
It was like 10 degrees when I left this morning. It's too cold.
Everything's melting now.
Yeah,
The truck got stuck back there.
I bet. You good on this?
I'm good with the rig, but I can't get it to sink.
Oh, really? The only thing he told me was to push this first. Alright, so we had some technical difficulties, but we got it figured out now. Now we'll take it off the trailer. Oh, you're getting the back up? Yeah. back real close. Alright guys, this load's all done. Got this drill rig delivered down here to Charlotte. Had a little bit of technical difficulties trying to figure out how to get the thing off of there. I get the idea that this one was a little different than what he's used to operating. I asked him if they go to school to learn how to run these things, these drills, and he said yeah, it's a 2-year school in Canada. So it's like a whole degree in you know, how to run drill rigs, I guess. Pretty complicated. I thought it was funny because they send me into the port or somewhere to pick one of these up and they're like, yeah, load that up. No. But I guess that's a little easier than actually, you know, drilling holes and doing everything they do with these. They're pretty neat machines. So hey, I just want to tell you guys thank you for watching this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Check out some of my other videos. I got videos hauling excavators, bulldozers, dump trucks, all kinds of stuff. So check those out. I even haul military stuff every once in a while. That's been pretty light here lately. And if you want to look into the financial side of trucking, check out some of my finances videos. I just put out my 2025 year financially, which wasn't very good, but hey, it's out there. Real world numbers from a real world owner operator. So once again, I want to say thank you for watching. So from Charlotte, North Carolina, this is Cliff with Hamilton Transportation, and I will see you guys out there on the road.